please rise if you're able to for the Honorable Joshua M. Tenorio, our Acting Governor of Guam, and the Acting Lieutenant Governor of Guam, Speaker Therese Terlahi.
Good day, everybody. Please have a seat.
Hafe and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here at the Office of the Governor of Guam to proclaim November 2024 as Homelessness Awareness Month and November 2024 as Sanctuary Month and November 12, 2024 in recognition of the 53rd anniversary of Sanctuary Incorporated of Guam. At this time, before we begin, of course, I want to acknowledge the presence of the Honorable Joshua Tenorio, our Acting Governor of Guam. And the Honorable Teresa Terlahi, our Acting Lieutenant Governor. At our table this afternoon, we have Robson Augustine, Director of the Office of Homelessness Assistance and Poverty Prevention. Amy Flores, Bureau of Women's Affairs Director. Please give a round of applause coming. Mike Beakley, our Acting Director for the Department of Youth Affairs. From Sanctuary Incorporated of Guam, we have Maria E. Leon Guerrero, Chairperson and Board of Directors. Asia Ramos, WPI Sanctuary Chief Operating Officer, and all our Sanctuary friends in here. Also want to welcome West Care. Let's give them a round of applause. Barrow, Catholic Social Services, the Guam Behavioral Health and Wellness Center, DCR Acting Director, Dr. Cooper Nurse, and Salvation Army. Without further ado, because I know that the weather is evolving and I know we have things to do and preparations to make, I want to give the floor now to Robson Augustine, Director of OHAB.
Hafe, Acting Governor and Acting Lieutenant Governor. So for this month, just want to give some remarks. The work of homelessness response is very challenging on Guam, and it's something that the coalition believes can be greatly impacted by good partnerships, understanding our culture, and a determination to care for and advocate for unhoused individuals. Homelessness Awareness Month's second annual proclamation is important for Guam to recognize as we move toward the holiday season. We can be reminded about our vulnerable populations who don't have a strong support network, those with physical and behavioral needs who face barriers to medical access, those who have made decisions that led them to homelessness, and those who hit a rough financial spot that they were unable to recover from. We should be reminded of our own humanity in these times to understand that homelessness is a traumatic experience in itself and that it's difficult to overcome the longer it gets. So when survival is a day-to-day challenge, it's almost impossible to think of long-term needs. The Guam Homeless Coalition is made of 26 nonprofit organizations, which is nonprofits, government and Guam agencies, and also 10 community stakeholders. The GHC members take care of different populations of homeless, and it is through their individual efforts that we have a support system to help connect people to services. The coalition's work is not only housing, it's communicating with a person one-to-one over usually a long period of time through their ups and downs and standing ready to help when they decide they finally need it, and building them up from that point to help them rediscover their dignity and belonging in society. I would like to thank the administration for their strong partnership with the Guam Homeless Coalition, especially Acting Governor, who has not hesitated when we've needed his support. Thank you for keeping the Interagency Council on Homeless Programs going and making the Guam Homeless Coalition a member so that we can constantly assess the response on Guam together and how to fill the gaps in need. We'd like to also thank the Mayor's Council of Guam and all the mayors who partner with the nonprofits to help their villagers. In observance of Homeless Awareness Month, I'd like to say for those out there needing help, seek it. For those offered help, accept it. And for those who can help, please offer it. And so I'd like to end, I'd like to highlight the events for the month that the Guam Homeless Coalition is going to have for November. Friday, there's a Guam Human Rights Initiative conference, and that's going to have a silent art auction at the end, and that's going to benefit the Guam Homeless Coalition. The third annual Housing and Homelessness Conference at UOG, that's going to be Friday, November 22nd from 8 to 4, and registration is open to the public now. You can go to guamhomelesscoalition.org to register. Every week of the month, we're partnering with the Hagåtña Library to do outreach. So this Thursday, Public Health, OHAP, and DISA will be there. Next week, Behavioral Health. And then the last Wednesday of the month is our day of service, where West Care and Manyalu will partner to do outreach in Hagåtña, Tamuning, and Harmon. the day before Thanksgiving. So most importantly, I'd like to make everyone aware of the Tag Your It fundraiser that we're going to have until Giving Tuesday, which is December 3rd. And so donations will help offset the cost of our 4 large annual outreaches and in providing assistance where no other program or grant funding is available. So simply scan, we have a QR code on our Instagram page and on the website, and you can donate, and we're asking you to donate and tag all your friends to help, and then send a post, make a reel, put it on the IG story and tag everyone you know. So I'd like to thank everyone from the Guam Homeless Coalition for the work they do. Viva GHC.
Thank you so much, Rob. And now from Sanctuary Incorporated, I want to give the floor to Stephanie Drilon, Program Director for the Co-ed Emergency Shelter.
Hey, good afternoon. Hopefully everybody can hear me. So Sanctuary Incorporated was founded in November of 1971. We are currently celebrating 53 years of service to Guam's community, servicing youth and families. And on behalf of Sanctuary, we would like to thank all of our partners. You know, throughout the years, right, Sanctuary has seen so many ins and outs, right? Open doors, closing doors, open doors, closing doors, right? And without the community, our partner, our different partners and stakeholders, Sanctuary still would not be where they are today. And I also want to thank the acting governor and acting lieutenant governor as well, and the administration for really supporting Sanctuary Incorporated. And so with that, with our events this month, we do have our Home Goods Drive starting November 8th to the 30th. We have 2 drop-off locations, one at Sanctuary Incorporated, our main office, open 8 to 5. Then we also have one with the Chalampago Mayor's office as well. And so the Home Good Drive would be basic canned goods, dry goods, and we are accepting money donations, and that could be made directly to our main office. We also have, which is today, our proclamation signing. So again, thank you for joining us. We do have the Triple J Bubble Color Run, which Sanctuary is one of the best organizations that is a beneficiary of that run. Our team will be out there with a outreach booth, and then we also have some volunteers that will be assisting with the color packet, so please don't forget to register. And then we also have our prayer of intentions at the San Juan Bautista Catholic Church in Ordot, and that is for November 25th from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. So again, please join us in the activities that Sanctuary will be hosting the month of November. And in addition to the month of November, we also have ongoing what we call a Gentle Room project. And that Gentle Room project is currently focusing on our co-ed emergency shelter. And that is where majority of our youth in the community ages 12 to 17 seek refuge. You know, the building has been through a lot, especially with our last super typhoon and then our current weather, the way it's been. So part of this Gentle Room project, I'm really, really hoping that we can get a good amount of sponsorships per rooms that will help revitalize for the kids to really feel like they're at home until they're able to transition. So you are more than welcome to contact me and let me know if you'd like to sponsor a room as a part of our Gentle Room project.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. I also want to recognize Sanctuary Board Member Ione Lagas. And now for remarks from the Honorable Joshua Tenor, Acting Governor of Guam.
Good day, everybody, and welcome. I want to recognize each and every one of you really that are working not only in the government and the nonprofits, but also as volunteers on homelessness. This is, as Rob said, it's a very complicated situation people find themselves in. We do see some people that need additional cares and supports out there. They have some medical conditions. Maybe they have a behavioral health diagnosis. Many of them suffering from an addiction. We have families that are in disunity. And we also have individuals that are out there, they might be stranded. They found themselves in a difficult situation and needing to fend for themselves. But our community is there to try and help them in the spirit of what makes Guam very special. is helping our neighbors, helping our family members, and giving them pathways to success. Now, I realize that some people who are unsheltered are not ready for a structured living situation. Some of them might be a little naughty. They get maybe kicked out or banned from shelter sometimes. But it's because, of course, we're trying to have a very safe and a safe place for people to take shelter. And that, of course, is the overriding situation. We're excited that we've been able to acquire some facilities that we're hoping to get online soon. This is going to add on to the network of shelters that are already operated by Catholic Social Services, the Alley Shelter, Gumamami Sanctuary, West Care, and others that are out there that are providing supports to different types of people that are in need. And hopefully, we have the final work now being done on a large apartment building that we've identified for transitional housing. I really envision this to help help with the backup at the current shelters and also provide a safe place for families. The drop-in shelter that also has been acquired, thanks to GURA, is going to help us with our mission on street homeless and really try and get the public health and behavioral health interventions so that we can help save people, but also empower them. This year in our budget, the speaker has put an additional $500,000 into public health to help with what's happening. And we've been in conversations with the Homeless Coalition and with public health to expand the kinds of things they're doing on the homeless front. When we started OHAP several years ago, public health was really focused on the pandemic. And now that those days have passed, and given their primary mission, their mission to address the socioeconomic issues and provide a safety net, it definitely is appropriate for public health to be involved. We'll continue to support the work of the interagency and continue to work with all of you to understand what your needs are, but also to help approach this as a teamwork. I'm hoping that we can come up with a comprehensive collaborative case management program. I realize that right now, a lot of the agencies and a lot of organizations have homeless folks that register for services. And in this current framework, they're the leads. I know Rob is working on data sharing agreements that hopefully will allow us to really take a big picture at these families and make sure that we're giving the proper support, but optimizing the kind of supports that they have. That really is one of the things that I'd like to see. With regard to Sanctuary, finally, Sanctuary, I'm younger than Sanctuary, but not by much. Sanctuary is such a critical program to continue. And I want to thank the Sanctuary Board and, of course, West Care for coming and providing support to Sanctuary and seeing them through some of the issues they've had because of the pandemic, right? The pandemic caused some havoc in some of our organizations. But with Sanctuary, when we have a high-functioning Sanctuary, it allows other areas in the system to be relieved. If Sanctuary is not there, then we have backups in the shelters and we have backups in placements. And it's so critically necessary that Sanctuary be there and be able to continue with the great work that was started more than 50 years ago by Father Phelps and others that came together, understood that there needed to be programming for young people that needed a place for safety and security. And so we're looking forward to continuing the supports, and thank you for letting us know how we can help. And we'll look forward to providing all that. So my last words are stay safe. For those of you that are in charge of people, because there are shelters that are being staffed, I want to thank you in advance for the sacrifice you're making. Some of you will be spending time with our shelterees away from your own families. And for that, I really want to say how remarkable it is. You are the reasons why Guam remains such a special place, because You're the examples of putting others in front of yourselves, and that really is something we should celebrate today. Thank you very much. And with that, I'm going to have the speaker, if she wanted to just say some words to congratulate.
Want to very quickly say congratulations to Sanctuary and to the Guam Homeless Coalition on these milestones, but to very much thank each of you for all of your work. It's a hard work over decades, I know, and some of you actually have done that for decades. Some of you more newer, more recently, but really it's a lot of hard work, and I very much appreciate, the whole community appreciates it. And we're going to make progress, and we are making progress. I want to thank you for that and congratulate you, but want to also let you know we also understand that a lot more progress has to be made, but it's very complex, so it's difficult. But please hang in there. We are here to support you. Thank you.
Thank you, Acting Governor, and thank you, Acting Lieutenant Governor. I now want to proceed to the reading of the proclamation. Our reader today is Robson Augustine.
Okay, Proclamation 2024-111, a proclamation of the Governor proclaiming November 2024 as Homeless Awareness Month. Whereas our island observes Homelessness Awareness Month to recognize the ongoing community issue of homelessness across our island and nation, and to recognize the countless private, public, and nonprofit organizations that work tirelessly to provide support and services to the unhoused and those facing housing instability. Whereas our island is not immune to the homelessness crisis, which is a complex issue in Guam with multiple contributing socioeconomic factors. In 2024, there remain over 1,000 individuals who are in shelters, street homeless, and living in structures not suitable for human habitation. Whereas the Guam Homeless Coalition and community stakeholders aim to address homelessness and identify solutions and services to mitigate homelessness among our most vulnerable populations, such as our youth, families, and elderly adults. Whereas the mission of the Guam Homeless Coalition is to enhance life skills, increase access to resources to permanent housing, and provide training for employment to provide support and self-sufficiency to our neighbors without homes. Whereas the Office of Homelessness and Poverty Prevention functions as the lead agency for the Government of Guam homelessness response and works closely with other agencies and organizations to provide access to transitional housing, transportation, access to healthcare, access to food, and access to obtaining vital documentation, such as identification cards to promote self-sufficiency. And whereas our island observes Homelessness Awareness Month to recognize the invaluable contributions and unwavering commitment of those who work to assist the unhoused and our neighbors at risk of homelessness. Through advocacy, education, effective case management, and efficient access to assistance, our most susceptible population can achieve permanent housing, break the cycle of poverty, and improve their outlook on life for themselves and their families.
Now, therefore, I, Joshua F. Tenorio, Octu Magatlahin Guahan, Acting Governor of Guam, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Organic Act of Guam as amended, do hereby proclaim November 2024 as Homelessness Awareness Month.
In witness whereof, I, Therese M. Terlahi, Actu Segundo Magahagan Guahan, Acting Lieutenant Governor of Guam, hereby, together with the Actu Magatlahin Guahan, cause the Great Seal of Guam to be affixed in the capital city of Hagåtña on this 12th day of November in the year of our Lord, Anno Domini 2024. Viva to the Guam Homeless Coalition.
I now want to turn over the floor to Stephanie Drilon for the reading of the proclamation for Sanctuary.
Proclamation 2024-112. A proclamation of the Governor proclaiming November 2024 as Sanctuary Month and November 12, 2024 in recognition of the 53rd anniversary of Sanctuary Incorporated of Guam. Whereas our island's values emphasize a shared commitment to uplift one another, a mission carried by dedicated agencies and local organizations working together to strengthen and support our island's families, children, and youth. Sanctuary Incorporated of Guam underscores the love that a child needs through its various programs and services, whereas 53 years ago, a system to respond to runaway homeless and disadvantaged youth was made a reality by Father Robert Phelps. He recognized the necessity for children and youth-oriented programs and services on island. Whereas in 1971, a tax-exempt organization whose primary mission is helping youth and families help themselves was incorporated with the government of Guam. Whereas since inception, Sanctuary Incorporated of Guam remains at the forefront of providing comprehensive services to children who are runaway homeless, victims of abuse, and troubled youth and their families. Throughout the years, Sanctuary has continuously expanded its programs to better address the needs of our island's children, who confront difficult issues such as physical and emotional abuse, sexual abuse, gang involvement, negative peer pressure, and substance use. Sanctuary has created an environment that instills important values, builds strong character, and provides sound education for our children and youth. With the firm foundation, our children and youth will be better able to face the challenges of the future. Whereas Sanctuary, Card for Credit organization, received its sixth three-year accreditation in May 2023, continuously strives to implement programs, initiatives, and services that help our youth and families remain intact, such as crisis intervention 24-hour crisis hotline, COVID emergency shelter, and Saginaw Home Youth Residential Treatment Facility. And whereas Sanctuary has partnered with West Care Foundation through a management agreement in October 2023, wherein West Care oversees all administrative, financial, and program services of Sanctuary, which opened its doors for new programs and services to our island's youth, including the Guahan Youth Initiative, Project Gosali, and other rehabilitation projects for Sanctuary's facilities.
Now therefore, I, Joshua F. Tenorio, Aktu Magit Lahin Guahan, Acting Governor of Guam, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Organic Act of Guam as amended, do hereby proclaim November 2024 as Sanctuary Month and November 12th, 2024 in recognition of the 53rd anniversary of Sanctuary Incorporated of Guam.
Whereof, I, Therese M. Terlahi, Acto Segundo Magahagan Guahan, Acting Lieutenant Governor of Guam, hereby, together with the Act of Magalahan Guahan, cause the Great Seal of Guam to be affixed in the capital city of Aganya on this 12th day of November in the year of our Lord Anno Domini 2024. Viva Sanctuary!
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I do know that Rob had some further announcements, especially in light of today's evolving weather.
And now we're approaching Core 2. I just wanted to make an announcement that we're setting up coordinating buses transport for any homeless individuals. So we're going to have a pickup spot at Tamuning Mayor's office and one at Academy Gym. Tamuning Mayor's office will go to Maria Ujoa. Academy Gym will go to GW. The shelter's open at 7 o'clock. We are planning to have the bus transport leave from the pickup spots at 8 p.m. So if any outreach teams are out there, please reach out to the people you know who may need it and let them know transport will be there at 7 o'clock.
Thank you all. Please be safe. Again, condition of readiness 2 will take effect at 5 p.m. And we do expect more evolving weather, so please stay tuned to official channels, most especially the National Weather Service. Again, thank you so much for everything.